Okay, so now we're going to look at some examples. So based on the picture, we're going to determine whether the degree is even or odd, the leading coefficient is positive or negative, the number of real zeros, and hence a possible degree. So this starts pointing up and ends pointing up. So I know that that means A is 0. It also means that n is even. Sorry, A is greater than 0, not A is 0. My number of real zeros, I see 1, 2. A possible degree. Well, I know that this is more than x squared because it's not a parabola. So a possible degree could be n equals 4. Up here would be some imaginary roots. All right, this next one starts pointing down, ends pointing up. That leads me to believe that A is positive and n is odd. I see one real root, and it looks to me like it's a cubic, so I could say that n could be 3. It might also be 5 or 7. All right, this one starts and ends pointing down, so my A is negative. This must also be an even degree because I start and end the same way. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 real roots, but because this doesn't cross here, it looks like a parabola. This is a repeated root, so think about x minus 1 squared. That graph is my x squared graph shifted 1 to the right. So this is a repeated root of 1. So here I have 2 roots, a single root because I crossed through, a single root because I crossed through, and another repeated root. So a possible n value, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I would say for this one. All right, this last example, I start pointing up, end pointing down. That's a negative A value, and n must be odd. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 real roots. I don't see any other sort of bumps in here, so it looks to me that n is equal to 5, but maybe it's 7 or 9. However, at a minimum, it must be 5.